Let's make some cabbage soup in my school bus home. Alright, so first things first is going to be to get everything chopped up and washed off. You can wash it before or after. I personally just wash everything after because then you don't have to worry about things being hidden inside that you didn't get whenever you washed it before you cut it. So we're going to get all this chopped up and washed off. That's step number one. And I am going to start with the cabbage, and I need to get the crock pot out because I just hit my head. That happens frequently in a school bus. We're going to be putting it in the crock pot, so I need to get the crock pot out so after I get done cutting it all, I can just stir it in there. So I need to get my strainer and my crock pot. Alright, we got the crock pot bowl up here. I got my strainer. Now I'm going to get everything cut up and put into the strainer first, rinse it off, and then put it in here so that I can see what I'm working with. And I think this should be enough to fit in there, and I think this should be big enough, hopefully. So I'm gonna get to chopping and washing. So I purposely got like the biggest head of cabbage when I went to the store, and honestly, if I cut all of this up, I don't think it's going to fit into the crock pot with the other stuff. So we're just going to set this off to the side, and I will figure out something else to use that for. But now we're going to get on to cutting the other veggies and the sausage, throwing it in here and getting her going. Alright, so I thought I was going to have enough room in the crock pot for 3 potatoes, but I think we're just going to try out 2 because we're getting pretty full over here. We still got to cut up the sausage. So let's get these taters cut, washed off, put in here. The same thing with the sausage. Our crock pot is full to the brim. We have cabbage left over, we've got celery left over, so this will probably be used for a little peanut butter snack. But right now what I'm going to do is take probably about 5 of these or so and put them in here, and then I'm also going to put some butter on top. We're going to put it on the slow cooker. I'll check back in once I get it going on the slow cooker. Now you guys can freak out about my crock pot because she is super cute and she is super vintage. She came out of the 1970s Airstream. They got the cabinets and the futon out of. It was inside the stove that they had. They were like, do you want it? And I'm like, heck yeah. So she's adorable. We love her, and I will use her forever until she doesn't work anymore, but that's never gonna happen because she's a beast. But we've got all of the ingredients in here, and now they are cooking on high. I'll probably leave them on high for an hour, then switch it over to low, but it's probably going to cook for about 2 to 3 hours total before we eat it. Guys, this is a meal that's going to last us for days to come, and honestly, a meal like this just gets better the longer that it sits, in my personal opinion. If you know, you know. So I'm super pumped to eat this tonight. If you have any questions about how I made it or you missed anything, let me know in the comments. I hope you enjoyed. I love you guys. Hit that follow button.